Hey gang, it's time for another River City Plus. It is the time where we can have some deeper dive conversations, and when it comes to film and TV productions and all that, we like to do it here because we want to find out really what is going on. So my man Barry is back with me again. It's been a minute since we hung out, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a good minute now. Yeah.
And Barry's got a new production out. It already premiered, and it's called SheDaPlaya.
SheDaPlaya. We street, man.
Oh, okay.
We street.
I got a joke about my black card credit limits, very low. But joining us are a couple of actors from his film. We got Jackie and Antonio, and I met Jackie. I thought you were just a singer. I didn't know you were an actress as well.
Yes, I dabble.
Yeah, she's an artiste. She's creative. All right, before we get into you two, tell me about this new production.
This is a comedy. I call it the new uproarious comedy movie of 25 going into 26. It's called SheDaPlaya. And it's just about a very feisty, spunky, zesty woman who lives on a budget, who wants to take a dream vacation to Dubai and has no money. But she comes across these janky preachers and a couple of other goons, and they're flashing money in her face trying to impress her because she is eye candy to them. And so she concocts this plan to come up with the money by manipulating them, you know, put the hustle game on them. And they got to find out if they good enough to not fall for the okie doke.
I got you. All right, so let's take it back a little bit because we were talking about this is hood or we're street. I don't know anybody from the street that thinks, I want to go to Dubai. That's the first place. Where'd you come up with Dubai?
We had to up the ante, man. You know,
everybody wants to go to France or something.
The world every day. So you know,
when we talk about,
we want to do something that seems to be out of our reach.
You're talking about the hood. We normally going to Los Angeles or something like that. You know, hey, we going to Atlanta. That's a vacation.
We going to Nolans, whatever. Dubai.
At a time when all kind of crisis going on.
I want to take a 12-hour plane ride, but, you know, I like it though, and so I'm just but that makes it better because, you know, when it comes, y'all got me crying. When it comes to comedy, you want to push the boundaries and definitely take it up a notch.
Well, see, the thing that she wants to do, she wants to spend extravagantly.
Sure.
She wants to live it up. And she comes across these preachers who sell this story like they got mega churches. And so she's thinking about mega money. So why not? Let's go to Dubai. Let's go to New York and shop. Let's go to LA and shop. Let's go to the ATL and shop. And let's go to Dubai and do the best of, you know. And so she's dreaming and fantasizing quite big, you know.
All right, Jackie, what's your role in the film?
I am 0 degrees. Do I hold this?
You more than welcome.
Okay. All right.
She's like, I must.
Thank you. I am 0 degrees, and I am very pregnant. I've been pregnant for 11 and a half months.
Only tank pregnant.
And very, very big pregnant. So when Barry approached me, he's like, okay, I got this idea of this character, and she's very pregnant. And I was like, okay, I can do this. So I went home and created this pregnancy belly. I didn't realize how big it was going to be until I put it on set and went, wow.
You didn't even try it on before you
No.
That's definitely something we do in the street. That is something we do in the street. You know how many times I've gone to a store, I'm like, that is cool. Grab it and get home. I'm like, I know damn well I'm not a small. All right, I'm sorry.
Good. No, but it looked good on the rack. So when I got there, and he was like, this is perfect. And I was like, okay. So yeah, it was really big. And so 0 degrees chases the baby daddy, whose name is Uncle Clean. And I chase him and his mama all over town to convince them and remind them that this is their grandbaby. This is her grandbaby and this is his baby. And so I chase them to church. I go to their house.
This baby situation.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines. It's time for you to deal with this baby situation.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right. Antonio, what about you?
Well, it's been a stretch. I play this character named Pooby. We was talking about the street, so that's pretty much what Pooby was. He was your neighborhood pharmacist, if you want to be politically correct about the situation. And it was a fun situation because my whole thing was I was always popping up out of everywhere in every compromising situation trying to sell somebody something. You know what I mean? And it went so good to where Barry called me up one day and was like, you know what, Bands, you did so good. I want you to play this, role. One of my actors, they not answering the phone, or I forget how the conversation went, but he was like, I want you to try out for this new character named Bishop Papa Cap. And I didn't really get it, at first until he trying to, kind of explain to me, man, you gotta be smooth, you gotta be suave, and like, my colleague over here, I went and created that character. I came out with the wig, the thick glasses, not these, but the Coke bottles. Then I got the robe, the bishop robe, and when I walked into the church, Barry, I could tell his heart stopped, and that was like the most fun thing for me to be able to jump out of not a character but into another character. It's like the third dimension, you know what I mean? So it's just a fun movie, man, to watch.
I really had to give them a lot of credit because wearing all the hats, I didn't spend the time with them discussing the development of the look of the character. I relied on them to do it, and they hit a home run with it. I mean, when like he just said, the first time I laid eyes on them in character, I was like, bingo, bingo. I mean, it was more than what I had imagined in my writing. And it was like perfect. It was like it took us as far over the hood top as we could go.
Yeah, it did. It really did. It really did.
So what prompted you to write the script?
Comedy. I believe in versatility, and I had just did a suspense thriller. I did a political drama before that, and I knew I wanted to do comedy again. And then I was reading one of my emails that I get that where it talks about how Hollywood, the movies that are the most popular every year, and comedy was always like in the third to fourth slot. And it's like, I need a big movie. And so comedy, people always love comedy. What's going on globally? We need more comedy. And so that was it. Comedy was the decision.
You just wanted to bring some joy, some laughter. Man, we need more of that. So I see where you came up with that. I like it. Did you have somebody specific in mind for your main character? Like, not as an actress, but somebody that you base that character as like, oh yeah, I remember that girl.
Well,
you don't have to name her name, but if you want to. No, we don't. We're not getting sued up in here.
Barry going in the hot seat.
I don't know what the new word terminology is now, but we all relate to what a gold digger is, right?
Yeah.
And so I knew I wanted to have a gold digger, and I wanted her best friend to be somebody that was more level-headed, to try to convince her not to go take it that far. Mm-hmm. But she had to be bullheaded and feisty and courageous and willing to do it, because she was money hungry and she wanted something and she didn't have the money, so she had to have the gall, to be willing to take the chance that it would take, the risk that it would take to try to pull it off. But she saw in these janky fellas what she thought was easy pickings, And man, the end of the movie, how this whole thing comes to a head, that's one of my favorite parts. I got a lot of favorite moments and scenes in the movie, but that's one of my favorite ones because the other actors, half of the actors in this movie are in real life stand-up comedians. Mm-hmm. So that enhanced the comedy value of this movie and made my job so much easier as a director. Man, I had to take 2 or 3 BC powders every time we went to film.
Yeah.
Okay, they was just crazy. They were just crazy.
Wait, how far off book did people get? You're like, just stick to the script for 2 takes, and then y'all can have free run.
That
Well,
was
you
me.
know, sometimes, you know, because I'm a very laser focused person, and I try to be as smart as I think or I feel I need to be. And so there was some times when things was happening, and I'm standing behind it because I was filming this too, and I'm like, it's not what I wanted. And I'm filming, but I'm like going to let the scene happen, and then I'll check them when we finish. And by the time the scene happened, I'm like, I ain't saying nothing. You know, that was just brilliant, you know. So
Sometimes you just gotta trust the process.
trust the process, man. Trust the process, yeah.
So how many films have you guys been in? Is this like one of your first, or?
I've been in 4 movies. Yeah, I think it's 4.
This is your second time. We did a 3 episodes of SheDaPlaya. We had some different actors, but I was testing things out because I knew I wanted to do the movie, and she was an extra in it, and it was her spirit and her being, you know, became a ride or die from the very beginning. She drove long distances to get to the film sets, never complained, never asked for anything, and was always so quality on set that I knew that I wanted to work with her again. So that's 2 for you. I don't know what else you did.
Yeah, I played a juror in what is it?
No, I don't need all that.
Okay.
I
But yeah, I've done a
just want to
couple
know your
movies.
background, because I mean, and that sounds super rude.
I know.
But
It's okay. Yeah,
But I just want to know, because what I appreciate about the Jacksonville creative scene is there's so many people that join in, and many don't have any experience, and it's just like, I just kind of want to try something new, and so that was my point with that. So no shade, but
no shade taken.
and Antonio.
As far as movies, my first movie was the Soul Hood movie with my brother Los 2K, Carlos. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with
I know those.
Then Life and Grind with Des Nato. And then, of course, I started doing my own Florida Swag production. And honestly, this is the first time I've actually played one of the continuous characters.
Okay.
And Barry challenged me with that. So I've always been a comedic relief, but he gave me creativity to vision something and build off that. So this would probably be the most important film that I've done.
Okay, all right. And so, how cool is it that somebody is willing to give you the opportunity when you don't really have a background, like, you know, real like this, because you have let's just use theater kids. Like, oh, I was in theater and stuff like that, and you know, and that's something where it makes sense. Like, oh, maybe you were out of it, you jump back in the game. But so many of the people that are getting into it is like, I just had this energy, or a friend asked me to step in, and then the bug bit me.
Well, what I would say on that is I started doing I did my very first community event. It was not a film, but it was the pathway, the beginning of the pathway that led to where I'm at now. I did it in 1984. So since 1984, I've just nonstop. If you look at my history, you'll see that I've gone from one production to the next. I've written somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 screenplays, 30 stage plays, 4 books. And so as I have continued to go forward, I've dealt with all these different kind of personalities and various levels of talent. But in this season, I'm very adamant about, I don't want to work with just anybody no more. If I'm going to have a quality production that is going to be respected and appreciated from the industry to the public, I got to have the kind of talent involved that will help me to make that happen. So I began to look at things like talent and personality, discipline, professionalism, and they had all of those qualities. And they'll tell you, so they behind my back, they call me drill sergeant. They don't tell them what else they call me. They don't tell them what else they call me.
It's family show.
You know, because they know my energy, man. And my energy is just a very no nonsense, because this is where I've gotten to And when you get into this season of life and you start looking at the clock and you realize, no, you are in the fourth quarter, Barry. You are. So what am I going to do with this season of my work, and my work ethic and my vision? So I have a very low tolerance for riffraff. So when they come in, like he came in the first day he was on the set, okay, and action. Who is that talking in the background? Then I got to go back there, and I got to go back there and check him. Hey man, look, no, not here. But he adjusted, like he instantly adjusted. I knew the talent was there. He instantly adjusted, and then he began to see more what he was dealing with, and he made his own decision how to be supported. And so the talent was there, and all of those other essentials.
We already discussed he doesn't have a lot of experience on the set. He didn't know.
I'm talking about just threw me under the bus. Jesus, did y'all see what that was?
He was excited. He was excited. He was happy to be there, and I knew that, and I didn't want to kill his spirit. But when the camera's rolling, the camera's rolling. But after we went through that one time, but I never doubted him even in that moment. I knew even in that moment that this was my dude that I wanted to go forward with this particular character. And like he said, somebody else was slated to play the other character. And then because of his personality and what I trusted or I sensed of his intentions as far as his own individual going forward, I said, I'm going to put something else on him to add another dimension to his capabilities and his portfolio. And he said yes. He didn't hesitate. He said yes. I knew he could do it, and he did it. And when you see his debut as Bishop Popacap in the church, and I told him, I said, I need you to speak in tongues. And all the different people I heard in church speak tongues, what I heard, he came with something so different. It was hard for me to keep a straight face and stay in character. I don't know where he come up with that.
I'm ready for it. All right. So we talked about it. We're gonna roll the trailer after this, so you got to stay for all that. And maybe I'll put it at the front. We'll figure it out. But really quick, people want to catch up with you guys. Actually, the film's out. Where can people see it?
Right here at bbingin.com. That's spelled BBINGN.com. bbingin.com.
I like it. Marketing. All right, so you guys, hit them with the socials. Where can people find you if they want to keep tabs on your career, if you want to share that?
Okay. I'm Wade Song J on Instagram and Facebook, Jackie Wade. And I'm online. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and now my friend's trying to get me on WhatsApp. So I'm trying to get out there and do what we've done.
You got to get on that TikTok.
And, oh yeah, that's what someone else told me that too. Yeah. I will.
Get up with them youngsters.
That's hard.
I will.
He'll tell you. He'll explain it for you.
Thank you.
That's real hard. JJ Johnson on Facebook, TBands86, that's BANDZ on TikTok, and of course my full name, Antonio JJ Bands, Antonio_JJ_Bands. But if you have any hard times finding me there, y'all can get me at www.bandsamillion.com. That's BANDZMILLION.com.
That was at Papa Cap, right? I noticed the shift in character. I was like, I'm definitely in this. And then, all right, so I'm super excited to see the movie all the way through. And so people, like I say, support your locals. We need some feel good. I think you're going to feel good after checking out this film. So, woo! Deep breaths.
On social media, Florida's own Barry S. McLeod, and you can go to my personal website, barrysmcleod.com.
Is it Florida or FL?
Florida.
Okay, so I got to check myself, so I'm going to have to write that down. All right, y'all, so we're going to wrap it up. Oh, my gosh, it's going to be a good day. So we're going to wrap it up. We'll see you soon for more River City Plus. Stay tuned for that. And as always, we're on Monday through Friday at 9:30 for River City Live. Oh, man.
I am Minister Slick Chicky Gorgeous. I need to go shopping. When you get a best story, the people like it.
You shoot down every freaking story I like.
Why do they call you Pastor Got It?
You ever had them toes suck like a neck bone?
Because we don't even get up till after 1 o'clock.
Hey!
It's your will, baby!
I will be going to Dubai. And I'm going to do all the shopping and everywhere.
Where is the money gonna come from, Peaches?
Those two damn wannabe preachers.
Hello, Gamma. How are you?
Get your ass out of the car, Jay.
Now, you know the Lord work in mysterious ways, don't you now?
Ooh, yes, Pastor Got It.
Are you a cook or are you a preacher?
Oh, I ain't no cook, but I own several businesses.
I told you, men can be a fool about their money, and some men are more fools about their money than others.
I was going to teach each of them a damn good lesson while trying to manipulate a sister.
So, Pastor, yes, sir. Don't none of these women be getting to you? Not before I get to them.
They don't meet their match. I was going to bankrupt all of them.
Oh, don't let it be quiet. Lord, I told you don't even give him time to repent.
And there's a whole lot more to laugh about.
Father.
Go to bbinging.com and subscribe now to enjoy this uproarious new comedy, SheDaPlaya. She is the right kind of different. Written, directed, and produced by yours truly, Florida's own Barry S. McLeod.